What's going on? What's going on? Um, I want to tell a story about something I just experienced a little while ago. My son was laying on the floor with his laptop doing his math work for school. So I'm looking at him, and I've always told him, you got to do the math. So I'm sitting there looking at him laying on the floor, and I guess he trying to figure it out in his mind and looking confused. And he already done claimed to have a struggle in math. And I hate I hate the thought of people claiming stuff like that. So I'm looking at him, and it's in me to be like, get on him because he laying down there bullshitting. But I say, no, don't get on him. You gotta teach. Let me see how you teach. That's what I'm telling myself. So I let him go through his motion, laying there looking at him. Like I said, I don't know what he doing, but he ain't got no pencil and paper. And you ain't got no pencil and paper unless you just good at it. You ain't doing no math. So he come to me. He said, Daddy, check my work, right? So I'm checking his work. And what he doing is he on multiplications of fractions, breaking mixed numbers, mixed fractions down to whole fractions and multiplying them in his word math problems or whatever. So I'm checking it, and he got them wrong, right? So I said, come here. I said, now sit down. I done told you this before. Now here go my message. I said, listen now. I said, can you count to 10? He said, yeah. I said, can you add? He said, yeah. I said, can you subtract? I said, yeah. I said, can you multiply? I said, I know you can multiply because remember when you brought home your master's of multiplication certificate, I said, can't nobody take that from you, so I know you know how to multiply. You know how to divide, right? He said, yeah. I said, so you understand the basis of math. I said, so ain't no struggle about you in math because you understand the basis of math, right? He said, yeah. I said, so why you're struggling is you ain't paying attention of how to do math, and you ain't understanding of how to do math. I say, see, it's about procedures and process of doing math that makes it easy and right. And if you don't know how the process goes or how the procedure of solving a problem, then you just guessing. And the only way you guessing is because you already know how to add, you already know how to subtract, you already know how to multiply, you already know how to divide. The only thing you ain't doing is doing math. So you understand what I'm saying? So first of all, I put on a YouTube video. I said, now let me show you. I said, we're gonna watch this together and we're gonna pay attention. I put on a YouTube video about multiplying mixed numbers and fractions. So we watched it, and we using his homework to check it. I said, so stop right there. I said, you paid attention to this point, right? I said, so whatever you saw this point, do it right there. So he doing it. And we get all the way through the video, and now he understand the process. So I'm telling him, I say now, see, now you understand how to do fractions and multiplications. You can change these numbers around with any number you want. But because you know how to do these now, all of them become easy. And all you got to do is what? He say, do the math. I say, exactly. I say, so when you making a bad grade, you showing me one or two things. You ain't paid attention or you ain't learned the procedure and process, or two, you ain't doing the math. I say, now I just sat there and watched you on the floor for 30 minutes, bullshit. And ain't one time I saw you doing math while you supposed to be doing math. So you see what I'm saying, right? And he got the point, but this ain't the first time I told him that. I've told him that ever since he started school. And I want him to understand that once you know how it works, son, can't nobody take it away from you on working it. Once you know how it works, can't nobody take it away from you on knowing how to work it. See, that's what math is. So when people say, I struggle in math, Why? Because you ain't paying attention to how math works. You can count, you can add, you can subtract, you can multiply, you can divide. How can you not be good at math? You don't want to take the time and do the math. And a perfect example, right now on Facebook, they got math problems going around. Well, you count all the things on each picture, then you use, please don't excuse my, you use that formula, that procedure, that order, and then you answer the question, and it's simple as long as you know how to do these type of problems. But you got hundreds and thousands of grown people spreading this around in ignorance of not knowing a 5th grade mathematical fundamental goddamn order of operations, man. That's the only reason you cannot be good at math. Because you don't understand the procedure, the process, the order. But if you take time to do the damn math, man, it's simple. It's simple, man. So I just had this experience with my son. And until it click in his mind, I'm going to keep on having the conversation with him. Because we hear the truth our whole life, and we see the truth our whole life, but it's when we decide to listen and pay attention to the truth is when we really get a grasp and understanding of what's being said, man, and what's being heard and what's being seen and what's being experienced. You understand what I'm saying, man? Saying, it's universal to life, man. Stop saying you ain't good at math. You telling me you can't pay attention to procedure and order and remember the structure of doing things? That's all it is. Because I know you can add and subtract, multiply and divide. You're grown. I know you can count. I know we can count, man. I ain't even gonna say what the point of this video is. Hey, look. You comment in the comments, and you tell me the point of what I'm saying. Because when you get it, you got it. I love you.